Winter is sure taking its sweet time turning into spring around here, isn't it?
You're in some kind of hurry, aren't you?
Oh, I'd like to see a little nice weather now and then.
Ron downstairs at the switchboard took a call from a lady tonight that said, don't those weathermen ever have any good news out there?
Sometimes.
Sometimes we do.
Not all the
tonight.
time.
Not tonight, unfortunately. At least not totally good news. A little bit of everything. We'll take a look outside right now. 31 degrees our temperature at the airport. And 41 was the day's high, but actually that happened at around 9 o'clock this morning. The low temperature, now this gets confusing, the overnight low was 34 degrees, even though we're cooler than that now. 31 now, it was 31 when we checked in at 5 o'clock today also. Not a lot of fluctuation. 75% the relative humidity. Winds very light now out of the north at 3, the barometer 29.78 and falling at this time. The radar picture still indicates an area of light snow shower activity to the north of Lyman, extending up toward Fort Morgan. Other than that, we have cleared out significantly, and things looking much better over the eastern part of the state. Let's take a look at our local radar, or our national radar picture. This is what has been happening throughout the evening hours, mostly light snow shower activity, but it has moved into western Kansas, the Oklahoma and Texas panhandle areas, and extends up into the northern plains. We've got the next system out here producing some light snow over the northern Rockies out east, some thunderstorm activity over North Carolina, Virginia, and extending all the way up into parts of southern New England. The satellite view from 22,500 miles up indicates that this line from a trough of low pressure, this line of clouds is now to the east of Colorado. We are clearing out from the west, and you can see over the northern part we've got low pressure over northeastern New Mexico. Higher pressure, though, behind that, and that will mean some better weather tomorrow. But first of all, we've got this system that's still kind of hanging around. The color enhancement by the computer shows the clouds which raise up real high. Those are the clouds that are the coldest and the ones that can produce the most snow, and those show up as red on the enhancement. So we are clearing out, and that's why we don't see the snow on our local radar picture right now. And some thunderstorm activity has been going on across Texas from some of that today also. Up at 18,000 feet. Now, this is what has been creating our weather today. This forms a trough of low pressure right under Colorado. This is cold, unstable air in here. These are winds at 18,000 feet, of course, that always blow from west to east with the little curves in them all over. This type of curve, which is a ridge, is fair weather. This trough-shaped pattern is where the weather is not so nice. That has been the case today out in the east and, of course, right over Colorado. Tomorrow, another system that I was talking about will be coming in, bringing light snow shower activity, mostly to Utah, but just starting to enter the western part of the state tomorrow night. And this will continue on up into the northern Rocky Mountain region. Low pressure in southern Louisiana. More thunderstorms for the Gulf Coast states tomorrow, with just turning into rain over the mid-Mississippi Valley region, and snow farther north, with sunshine for much of the east tomorrow. These are Weather Watcher snowfall totals. 1 inch officially at the airport, but we had 3 inches from Pete Vera and Aurora, 3.5 inches from Don Groves and Lakewood, Dave Einspar and Wheat Ridge 1.5 inches, and Escarty with 3 inches in Golden. That about the most. Notice as you go north, not so much. A trace only in North Glen and Thornton. Will extend it out, and we'll see that carries on all the way up to the north. A trace from Brighton all the way around, as you can see, more to the south and west. 3.5 inches in Parker. Bill Fuller in Idaho Springs reported 4.5 inches, 5 inches in Nederland, and Ed Halbach in Estes Park says 7 inches today. Other areas did have 7 inches, and that was about the most reported in around the state. These are temperatures now from the National Weather Service and from our weather watchers. And just a beautiful day. 30s, 40s, and 50s in most places. The cool spot, Leadville at 37. Cheyenne, though, tied them, 37 degrees. Tom McCullough and Lamar reported 59 degrees. That wasn't quite the warmest spot in the state. Trinidad was 62. We'll take those honors. Now, actually, there's still a Stockman's advisory on for the eastern third of the state. Travel advisories are no longer in effect, although it is still a little bit slick, of course, up in the mountain areas. We'll take a look at the forecast now for Colorado. In the west tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, temperatures generally 40s and 50s. In the mountains, same story, partly cloudy, 35 to 45. A good day tomorrow in most places with partly cloudy skies, but it's Tuesday that things return to the way they were today. In eastern Colorado, 43 to 54, and yes, indeed, partly cloudy. We should see a little sunshine tomorrow. Won't that be nice? Okay, here's our Denver forecast. Tonight, we'll see a decrease in the clouds, a low temperature of around 25 degrees. And tomorrow, partly cloudy, a better day, 47, a low of 27. These storms now, coming from the Pacific, are banging into us about every 48 hours apart. So that means that for Tuesday, the next little bit of weather will be coming in here, and partly cloudy for tomorrow, but mostly cloudy for Tuesday. Possible rain or snow. This does not look like a major weather maker. You've heard that before, right? No, honestly, does not look like a big system. High temperature of 45. And through the rest of the week, it looks like we'll sandwich in a Thursday there when there's a possibility of some rain or snow showers. But for the most part, not all that bad, not all that good. 40s, partly cloudy skies. Normal for this time of the year is around 50. So we'll have some weather that'll be just a little bit cooler than normal throughout most of the forecast period.
But not quite spring weather yet.
No, this weatherman still doesn't have any real good news to report.
Maybe April? May?
April still is a snowy month around here. Keep going, keep going.
Because I remember June was real nice last year.
June was.
After we got that late May snow.
Yeah, fond
election
memories. May was a little bit rough there in the latter part of the month, but June did turn out all right finally.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Jeff and sports up next. The Gold pushed their record to 4-1.